Hollywood had beckoned Vincent Youmans again to write music for a new movie.
Oh, no, not again. It was another failure, right?
Nope, not at all. It was a great success. It was Flying Down to Rio, and it contains one of his best scores, that Vincent Youmans ever wrote. The title song, the beautiful melancholy tango, Orchids in the Moonlight, and the naughty but nice Music Makes Me, and of course, the karaoke, one of the first songs ever nominated for an Oscar.
The karaoke. Great. What's next?
Crickets. Nothing. That's it.
What? What do you mean nothing? This guy was the toast of Broadway only a few years earlier. And what about Flying Down to Rio, the first film that almost accidentally introduced Rodgers and Astaire? Surely there was a follow-up to the award-winning catchy karaoke.
Hey, listen, why don't you just go click on to 100-Year Jukeboxes, Vincent Youmans' Lunchbox, just go right on to the wonderful music.
Why?
Because his story gets even more grim from here on out.
You mean he lost money in the Depression?
Yes, he lost everything. His publishing house, his theater, and even, for a while, the rights and royalties to his own songs. But as his later work shows, his talent burned bright as ever. He might have come back, but he was no match for the White Plague.
Uh-oh, tuberculosis.
Yes. In 1936, there was no cure for tuberculosis. Only palliative measures offered any help at all. Rest, live in a pure, dry climate. Above all, give up drinking. All this was too much for Vincent, who spent the rest of his life ricocheting from rest cures in Colorado to Manhattan's riotous nightclub scene, to rest cure, to brief trips to Cuba or England or somewhere, and back to rest cure. The twin diseases of alcoholism and tuberculosis ruled his life. But he still had his music, still studying piano, with an ear to writing something great like his friend rival George Gershwin. No more little bouncy numbers for Vincent. None of this jazz in general or swing in particular. Certainly not. Something serious like operetta. Yes, American operetta was the only popular music form for him. And so he told all the friends and admirers and producers who came to him with job offers. No, Vincent Youmans would not write any more popular music like that of Flying Down to Rio, unless, of course, he was paid an enormous amount of money and could control everything and be one of the movie's producers. Well, then, he even turned down MGM's offer of a musical biography of his life. Nah, Vincent told Louis B. Mayer, who would want to see a biography about him? No one knew who Vincent Youmans was anymore. No film was ever made. His periods of fairly good health were getting shorter and shorter. But in 1943, he tried one last time to produce a show, the Vincent Youmans Ballet Revue. It was a quick flop, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the end. Even his long-suffering wife, Bootsy, divorced him in 1945. His health quickly deteriorated. In February 1946, doctors put him on bed rest. In April, he slipped into a coma. And on April 5th, 1946, Vincent Youmans died. He was 47 years old.
Oh, how sad.
It is sad. All that talent.
A musical tragedy. Sadder than any tunes he ever wrote.
But his music lives on. People kept right on singing his songs through the Depression and World War II. Movies were made supposedly based on No No Nanette and Hit the Deck, but usually with only a few of his songs and altered plots. Then, in the 1950s, came bright, lively Technicolor versions. Tea for Two, 1950, and Hit the Deck, 1955. Of the surviving films, the latter has the best collection of Vincent tunes, probably of all the films, excellently performed by Jane Powell, Tony Martin, and Kay Arman. And in 1971 came the revival of the real 1925 No No Nanette with interpolations of other Vincent songs. It was a smash hit, a triumph. No No Nanette was so successful, the Tonys were forced to add a Best Revival category. Nanette was charming and fun, and oh, those songs.
1925, huh? What about a centenary celebration? 100 years of No No Nanette.
Great idea. Let's hope Broadway revives the revival of No No Nanette.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You didn't explain what all those titles had in common. You know, like Sometimes I'm Happy, Hallelujah, Without a Song, Time on My Hands, the karaoke, I Want to Be Happy, and Tea for Two.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, you see, all of those titles and more are still in circulation. Not just in a nostalgia context. In the years 2000 to 2022, they featured in everything from movies and TV to video games, dozens and dozens, and not just in this country. Talk shows are tea for twoing in Japan, people are doing la karaoke in French TV, and rising and shining in Great Britain. How many composers of his generation can say the same? Going on 100 years now, and the world still loves his music. They may not know who wrote them, but the world loves his songs. And I think if Vincent could choose, he'd want it that way.
Thank you, Vincent Youmans, for all the great music. Wait! We didn't thank the helpful library for today's show.
Whoops! OYJ thanks the Albuquerque Public Library for assisting with Sometimes I'm Happy, Vincent Youmans. Ellen, what goodies do we have in our Vincent Youmans lunchbox?
2 lunchboxes. Vincent wrote so many great songs recorded by so many great singers and bands that it took 2 lunchboxes to hold them all.
Wow!
Oh, and I'd like to remind everybody that OYJ's lunchboxes and other playlists are curated from other YouTubers' videos. We just collect them, arrange them, and direct listeners to them. We don't claim their hard work as our own.
We, the Samsters, Katie, Ellen, and Peter McGee, are, however, the creators of 100 Year Jukebox channel and the writers and performers of the show. Not AI, just us.
So give us a big like button and click that subscribe button.
Ellen, don't rush them.
Someone had to say it.
Maybe we should just say ciao for now and
happy listening.